Imagine this. The most excellent tool you have to defeat procrastination doesn't come from a cutting-edge app or a revolutionary productivity hack. It's not some time management technique everyone's raving about. Instead, the answer is already within you, waiting to be unleashed. What if the wisdom to beat procrastination for good has been under our noses for centuries? Welcome to the world of Stoicism, a philosophy that has empowered people throughout history to live with purpose, resilience, and inner peace. Procrastination, it sneaks up on us, steals our time, and leaves us feeling regretful. We've all been there, watching as important tasks slip by undone. But here's the surprising truth. Procrastination isn't just about being lazy or distracted. It's deeper than that. And Stoicism, with its timeless principles, offers a profound remedy. In this journey, we'll uncover how to tap into the power of your mind to break free from procrastination. Together, we'll explore the Stoic practices that can transform your daily habits, align your actions with your values, and unlock a life of purpose and achievement. Ready to break the chains of procrastination once and for all? If this resonates with you, and you're ready to take charge of your life using ancient wisdom, then this is just the beginning. Don't miss out. Subscribe to our channel for more insights on Stoicism and personal growth. Together, we'll dive deeper into living with intention, mastering self-discipline, and overcoming life's challenges, one Stoic principle at a time. The problem of procrastination. We've all experienced procrastination. Avoiding a work project, putting off personal goals, or delaying even the simplest of tasks. It's often seen as a bad habit but runs deeper than just a lack of willpower or discipline. Procrastination is a subtle thief, robbing us of time and opportunities and leaving behind frustration and regret. Yet, most of us don't fully understand why we fall into this cycle of delay. The truth is, procrastination is about more than just distractions or poor time management. It reflects our internal struggles, fear of failure, anxiety about the outcome, or the overwhelming feeling of not knowing where to start. These emotions keep us stuck, paralyzed by inaction, as we push off tasks that matter most. We find ourselves trading long-term fulfillment for short-term comfort, choosing distractions over discipline. But what if the solution needs more productivity tools or quick fixes? What if the honest answer is about how we think and respond internally? That's where the ancient philosophy of Stoicism comes into play. Stoicism teaches us to look within, helping us master our minds and regain control of our actions. It shows us that procrastination isn't just a bad habit. It's an opportunity to practice wisdom, courage, and self-discipline. Stoic principles teach us that procrastination is less about external pressures and more about our internal responses. The key to overcoming it is recognizing what we can control, our mindset, choices, and actions, and focusing our energy there. Doing so can break the cycle of delay and start living more purposefully. Stoicism doesn't promise an easy solution, but offers a robust framework to reshape our approach to tasks and challenges. By aligning our actions with our core values and committing to the present moment, we can move past the mental roadblocks that cause procrastination and move toward a life of meaningful achievement. Stoic principles to combat procrastination. Stoicism's core lies in powerful principles that can help us overcome procrastination. Rather than relying on external tools or hacks, Stoicism teaches us to focus inward, to control our thoughts, master our emotions, and align our actions with what truly matters. These ancient teachings offer profound insights into breaking free from the habits that keep us stuck. One of the most fundamental Stoic ideas is the dichotomy of control. This principle, championed by Epictetus, emphasizes that some things are within our control while others are not. When it comes to procrastination, this is a game changer. We can't control deadlines, the complexity of tasks, or the distractions surrounding us, but we can control our attitude, our effort, and our actions. Instead of focusing on what feels overwhelming or out of reach, we can shift our energy toward what's immediately possible, taking small, purposeful steps. Another critical principle is the commitment to virtuous action. The Stoics believed living well means living with virtue, guided by wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. Procrastination, in many ways, is a failure of self-control, giving in to short-term comfort rather than pursuing long-term fulfillment. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, reminds us that we have power over our minds, not outside events. This means we can act purposefully, even when avoiding or delaying is easier. A powerful antidote to procrastination is the Stoic focus on the present moment. Seneca famously warned that we don't have a short life, but waste much of it. Procrastination is essentially a denial of the present. It's pushing off what we could and should do now, imagining that the future will somehow offer better circumstances. But Stoicism teaches us that all we truly have is the present moment. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. This moment, right now, is where our power to act resides. Finally, the Stoics encourage us to practice negative visualization or premeditatio malorum. This involves imagining the worst-case scenarios we fear, not to fill ourselves with anxiety, but to prepare and realize we can handle whatever comes mentally. Often, we procrastinate because we fear failure or discomfort. But by confronting these fears directly, we strip them of their power. Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Once we accept the possibility of failure and recognize that we can learn and grow from it, the fear driving procrastination starts to fade. By focusing on what's within our control, committing to virtuous action, embracing the present, and preparing ourselves mentally for challenges, we can apply these Stoic principles to overcome procrastination. Stoicism transforms procrastination from an obstacle into an opportunity for growth, an invitation to build character, exercise wisdom, and move closer to our true potential. Practical Stoic techniques to overcome procrastination. Now that we've covered the philosophical foundation, it's time to translate these Stoic principles into practical, everyday strategies for beating procrastination. These techniques aren't about short-term productivity hacks. They're rooted in timeless wisdom that can help you take purposeful action, align with your values, and live more effectively. Break tasks into smaller, manageable parts. One of the most overwhelming aspects of procrastination is feeling like a task is too large to tackle. The Stoic approach is simple. Break it down. Seneca advised dividing difficulties into smaller, manageable parts. By doing so, a seemingly daunting project becomes less intimidating. Instead of thinking, "I have to finish this massive project," reframe it as, "I'll start by completing one small part today." This method lets you focus on what's immediately within your control, building momentum and confidence with each step. Practice negative visualization to reduce task anxiety. Fear and anxiety often fuel procrastination. The Stoics had a unique way of dealing with this. Negative visualization. Instead of avoiding discomfort, they suggested imagining the worst possible outcome. By confronting our fears head-on, we rob them of their power. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen if I start this task? Once you've faced that fear and recognized it's manageable, you'll find that the anxiety starts to diminish and the task becomes more accessible to approach. Use memento mori to create urgency. The Stoic concept of memento mori, remembering that you will die, might sound morbid, but it's a powerful tool to create urgency. Life is finite, and we often procrastinate because we assume we have endless time. Marcus Aurelius reminded us to act as if each day could be our last. When you procrastinate, ask, "If this were my last day, would I still delay this important task?" This shift in mindset pushes you to focus on what truly matters and to act without hesitation. Practice mindfulness and present moment awareness. Procrastination thrives when we're distracted by thoughts of the past or anxieties about the future. The Stoics emphasize the importance of being fully present. When you notice yourself drifting into procrastination, pause and take a breath. Bring your focus back to the present moment and ask yourself, what can I do right now to move forward? This simple mindfulness practice helps break the delay cycle and redirects your attention to the task. Reflect on your values and long-term goals. The Stoics believe that every action should be aligned with our deeper values. When you procrastinate, you often act against your long-term goals and principles. Take a moment to reflect. Why is this task important to you? How does it contribute to your broader goals? By connecting the task to your core values, you can find deeper motivation to take action, turning what seems like a chore into a meaningful step toward personal growth. Embrace self-compassion. While Stoicism promotes discipline, it teaches the importance of being kind to yourself. Procrastination often leads to a cycle of self-criticism, which only makes things worse. Instead, practice self-compassion. When you catch yourself procrastinating, resist the urge to be overly harsh. Recognize that procrastination is a common struggle and treat yourself with understanding. As Seneca noted, we often suffer more in our imagination than in reality. Being kinder to yourself creates a mental space that encourages positive action rather than further delay. Implementing these Stoic techniques takes practice, but each step brings you closer to overcoming procrastination. Whether breaking a task into smaller parts, reducing anxiety through negative visualization, or reminding yourself of life's fleeting nature, Stoicism offers powerful tools to help you act with intention, align with your values, and live a more purposeful life. Common misconceptions about procrastination. Regarding procrastination, several misconceptions can lead us astray, making it even harder to overcome. Stoicism helps cut through these misunderstandings, showing us that procrastination isn't just a matter of laziness or poor time management. By addressing these myths, we can better understand the real reasons behind our procrastination and take more effective steps to combat it. Misconception: procrastination is laziness. One of the most persistent myths is that procrastination is simply a sign of laziness. In reality, procrastination is much more complex. It's often rooted in fear, perfectionism, or feeling overwhelmed rather than a lack of motivation or effort. As Epictetus taught, it's not the things that disturb us, but how we perceive them. Often, our judgment of a task, whether we fear failing, doubt our abilities, or feel stressed, causes us to put it off. Recognizing that procrastination is not about laziness, but how we emotionally and mentally approach tasks helps us tackle it more effectively. Misconception: productivity means constant busyness. In today's fast-paced world, there's a tendency to equate being productive with always being busy. But actual productivity, according to the Stoics, isn't about cramming our days full of endless tasks. It's about taking meaningful, value-aligned action. As Seneca warned, we often suffer more in our imagination than in reality. Busyness can become a form of procrastination, keeping us distracted with minor tasks while avoiding what's truly important. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what truly matters, making deliberate, purposeful choices rather than being constantly occupied. Misconception: motivation comes before action. Many of us believe we need to feel motivated before taking action. We wait for the right moment or a burst of inspiration to begin. The Stoics would argue that action creates motivation, not vice versa. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that we must take life one action at a time, doing what's within our control without waiting for ideal circumstances. We generate momentum by simply starting, no matter how small the step. Waiting for motivation keeps us stuck, but taking action unlocks it. Misconception: procrastination is a time management problem. While it's easy to think procrastination can be solved by managing time better, the Stoics understood that it's more about managing emotions and perceptions. Epictetus taught that it's not external events that disturb us, but our judgments about them. Procrastination often comes from negative feelings about a task, fear, uncertainty, or frustration. Improving our emotional response to tasks, rather than just trying to organize time more efficiently, is the key to overcoming procrastination. Misconception: perfection is the goal. Perfectionism is often at the root of procrastination. We delay starting or completing tasks because we fear the result won't meet some unattainable standard. Stoicism encourages us to reject perfection and instead focus on progress. As Epictetus wisely said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. The fear of imperfection paralyzes us, but embracing imperfection frees us to act. It's better to move forward imperfectly than to stay frozen in inaction. By dispelling these common misconceptions, we better understand what procrastination truly is. It's neither laziness nor simply a matter of managing time better. Procrastination is rooted in our emotional responses, fears, and perceptions. Stoicism helps us recognize this, guiding us toward meaningful action and freeing us from the traps of perfectionism, busyness, and waiting for motivation to strike. Real-life applications of Stoicism to overcome procrastination. The beauty of Stoic philosophy is that it's practical, designed to be applied in everyday life. When overcoming procrastination, Stoic principles offer powerful strategies to transform how we handle everyday challenges. Let's explore real-life scenarios where procrastination often appears and how Stoicism can help us break free. The overwhelming project. You're faced with a vast project, and its sheer size makes you freeze. You don't know where to start, so keep putting it off. The Stoic solution? Break it down. As Seneca advised, divide each difficulty into smaller parts. Instead of focusing on the entire project, ask yourself, what's the first small step I can take right now? Maybe it's just outlining the project or completing one section. By focusing on incremental progress, you'll build momentum and tackle the task piece by piece. Remember, small, consistent actions lead to significant results. The fear of failure. You've been avoiding starting your own business or pursuing a personal goal because you fear failing. The Stoics taught that we should face our fears head-on through negative visualization. Imagine the worst-case scenario. What if your business doesn't succeed? Can you handle that? Chances are, you'll realize that even failure is manageable. Seneca pointed out, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. By visualizing and accepting potential failures, you remove the fear that holds you back, freeing yourself to act with courage. The social media distraction. You sit down to work, but instead of focusing, you constantly check your phone or scroll through social media. Procrastination thrives on these distractions. Stoicism teaches us to practice mindfulness and live in the present moment. When you notice yourself drifting toward distraction, pause. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this the best use of my time right now? You can reclaim control over your time and energy by becoming aware of your habits and intentionally bringing your focus back to the present task. The mundane but necessary task. Filing taxes, organizing finances, or completing other mundane tasks often feels like a chore, and we tend to push them off indefinitely. The Stoics believed in doing what's right, even when it's not enjoyable. As Epictetus said, do not seek for things to happen as you wish, but wish for things to happen as they do. Reframe these tasks not as burdens but as opportunities to practice self-discipline and responsibility. By approaching them with a sense of duty and purpose, you can overcome the tendency to delay. The perfectionist's dilemma. You're working on a creative project, but you keep putting off finishing it because it doesn't feel perfect. Stoicism reminds us that perfection is an illusion. Epictetus encouraged us to focus on progress, not perfection. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Instead of waiting for the perfect outcome, Embrace learning and growing through action. Even an imperfect result moves you forward, while endless tweaking keeps you stuck. These real-life examples show how Stoic principles can be applied to various situations where procrastination sneaks in. Whether it's fear, overwhelm, distractions, or perfectionism, Stoicism offers practical tools to help us overcome these barriers. By breaking tasks down, accepting potential failure, practicing mindfulness, embracing duty, and prioritizing progress over perfection, we can transform procrastination from a roadblock into an opportunity for growth and achievement. Reflective questions for personal growth. As we journey deeper into the Stoic approach to overcoming procrastination, we must pause and reflect on how these principles apply to our lives. Stoicism isn't just about abstract ideas. It's about putting philosophy into practice. By asking yourself the right questions, you can gain clarity on your habits, motivations, and struggles, and use this insight to take meaningful action. Here are some reflective questions to guide you. What task or project am I currently procrastinating on? Identifying the task you've been avoiding is the first step toward action. Be honest with yourself. What's lingering on your to-do list? By naming it, you bring awareness to the problem and prepare to confront it. What fears or judgments might be driving my procrastination? Often, procrastination is rooted in deeper emotions like fear of failure, self-doubt, or perfectionism. What's holding you back? Are you worried about making mistakes, or are you overwhelmed by the size of the task? Acknowledging these feelings helps you address them directly. How can I break this task into smaller, more manageable parts? Large tasks can feel insurmountable, so Stoicism advises breaking them down into smaller steps. What's one small action you can take today to move forward? Focus on progress, not perfection, and take that first step. If I imagine the worst-case scenario of tackling this task, what is it? Negative visualization helps you prepare for and neutralize your fears. What's the worst that could happen if you dive into this task? And, more importantly, how would you handle that outcome? By imagining and accepting potential challenges, you remove the emotional barriers that keep you from starting. How does completing this task align with my values and long-term goals? Stoicism emphasizes living in alignment with your values. Reflect on why this task is essential. How will completing it move you closer to your long-term aspirations? Connecting the task to your deeper purpose can ignite the motivation to act. In what ways have I been seeking perfection instead of progress? Perfectionism is a common obstacle that keeps us stuck. Are you delaying action because you're waiting for the perfect conditions or results? Remember, Stoicism teaches us that progress is more valuable than perfection. What small, imperfect step can you take right now? How often do I bring my full attention to the present moment? Mindfulness is critical to overcoming procrastination. Are you distracted by thoughts of the past or anxieties about the future? What can you do to bring yourself back to the present moment? Focus on what's within your control right now. In what areas have I acted like I have unlimited time? The Stoic concept of memento mori reminds us that our time is finite. Where have you postponed necessary actions, assuming you have plenty of time? How might embracing the reality of limited time change your priorities and motivate you to take action? Journaling or meditating on these questions can lead to deeper self-awareness and a renewed sense of purpose. The Stoics believe that reflection is critical to growth. It's through examining our thoughts and behaviors that we learn how to live better. Use these questions to uncover what's holding you back and inspire the actions that will help you break free from procrastination. By applying these reflective insights, you'll conquer procrastination and live a life more aligned with your values, making each moment count. Action steps: turning Stoic principles into practice. Now that you've reflected on the root causes of procrastination and explored the wisdom of Stoic philosophy, it's time to turn these insights into action. Stoicism is about living out philosophy, not just thinking about it. Overcoming procrastination isn't about perfection but progress, one small step at a time. Here are some practical steps you can start applying today. Choose one task you've been avoiding and take action today. Start now. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the right mood to strike. Pick one task you've been putting off, no matter how small, and commit to taking a first step. Remember, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what's within our control. Whether writing the first sentence of an essay or organizing one section of your project, breaking the cycle of inaction matters. Practice negative visualization for 5 minutes. One of the Stoic techniques you can apply right now is negative visualization. Spend a few minutes imagining the worst-case scenario of the task you've been avoiding. What's the worst that could happen if you take action? Visualize it, then ask yourself, can I handle this? In most cases, the fear isn't as overwhelming as it seemed. This exercise will help reduce the emotional weight behind procrastination and give you the courage to move forward. Set a daily reminder to practice mindfulness. Procrastination often creeps in when we get distracted or lose focus. To combat this, set a daily reminder to bring your attention back to the present moment. This could be an alarm on your phone, a sticky note on your desk, or a prompt that reminds you to pause, take a breath, and refocus on the task. Practicing mindfulness helps you stay grounded in the present and take intentional action, moment by moment. Share your commitment with someone you trust. Accountability is powerful. The Stoics believed in the importance of community and support. Share your intention to overcome procrastination with a friend, family member, or colleague. Let them know the specific task you're working on and check in with them as you progress. This added layer of accountability can help keep you motivated and focused. Reflect on your progress at the end of the day. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect on the choices you made. Where did you take purposeful action? Where did you struggle with procrastination? Use these reflections not as an opportunity for harsh self-criticism, but as valuable insights into your behavior. Each day is a chance to learn and improve. The goal isn't to be perfect, but to consistently align your actions with your values and intentions. Overcoming procrastination is a process that requires patience and persistence. The Stoics remind us that the path to mastery lies in the small, deliberate actions we take each day. By choosing action over delay, purpose over distraction, and growth over comfort, you are not only tackling tasks but also building resilience, character, and self-discipline. As Epictetus wisely said, don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. Let your actions speak louder than your intentions. Start with small steps, practice Stoic techniques daily, and watch your ability to overcome procrastination grow stronger. Ultimately, you'll find that you're not just becoming more productive but aligning your life with purpose, virtue, and fulfillment. Conclusion. Procrastination is a challenge we all face, but it doesn't have to control our lives. Through the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, we can break free from the cycle of delay and inaction. Focusing on what's within our control, committing to virtuous action, and living in the present moment can transform how we approach our tasks and goals. We've explored practical Stoic principles like the Dichotomy of Control, negative visualization, and memento mori to shift our mindset from avoidance to purposeful action. Whether breaking tasks into smaller steps, accepting the possibility of failure, or reflecting on our core values, each technique helps us overcome the emotional barriers that keep us from taking action. Stoicism reminds us that progress, not perfection, is the goal. Now, the power to change your relationship with procrastination lies in your hands. Start small. Choose one task you've been avoiding, apply these Stoic techniques, and take the first step today. Remember, every moment you choose action over the delay, you're not just completing a task. You're building character, aligning with your values, and moving closer to your highest potential. As you apply these Stoic insights, reflect on your progress and embrace each small victory. You're not alone in this journey. Stoicism has guided people for centuries, offering a framework for living with intention and resilience. If you found value in this discussion, please take action now. Start by applying one of these techniques daily and watch how it transforms your habits and mindset. For more insights into Stoicism and personal growth, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Join our growing community, where we explore ancient wisdom to solve modern problems. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update, and share this video with anyone you think could benefit from these powerful tools. Together, let's live with purpose, resilience, and intention, guided by Stoic wisdom. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength,